Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and thank you guys for joining us for another edition of Kevin Thompson's 9 Innings Podcast, hosted by yours truly, founder and CEO of 9 Innings Capital Group. Thank you guys once again for joining us. Thank you guys for all the subscriber growth. Thank you guys for all your subscriptions and your questions and your commentary. We appreciate that. As I mentioned before, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, my book is still out. Thank you guys for that. But we're not here to talk about that as we always mention. We're here to talk about the markets. We're here to talk about you guys. We're here to educate, empower, and engage. And today we're here to educate you once again. And we understand us here as financial professionals, our job is here to basically keep you invested in the stock market, keep you from buying and selling securities, keeping your behavior intact, and making sure you're saving about 15 to 20% of your gross income. We are here to be your coach, your what do they call that? Your Sherpa. You know, we're here to be that guy, your guide down your financial journey. But we also understand this. You're gonna want to have fun. You're gonna want to go out there and test your knowledge, go out and test your skills in the stock market. So today we're here to talk to you about the only checklist you need before you start stock trading. Let's get it. So as your financial professional, as the owner and founder of 9 Innings Capital Group, I want to tell you this. Our philosophy is not around stock trading. We're not here to buy and sell certain securities at certain prices, trying to uptick and downtick the market. That's akin to gambling. We get it. That's not our philosophy. Our philosophy here is to have a diversified approach throughout the stock market and to continue our investment systematically over time. Whether it's monthly, whether it's quarterly, whether it's annually, we want to have a systematic approach and use compounding interest to basically gain assets and net worth over time and continually just pounding the pavement on that and ultimately just remaining diversified across all different asset classes and getting the most return per level of risk that we're willing to take. Simple, not monetary policy, but modern portfolio theory. It's just a very simple, basic approach. And we want to be increasing our savings and increasing our investments. But like I mentioned before, there's parts of you that want to go out and test this market. We're okay with that. So let's talk about that checklist. Let's talk about what you need to do to get yourself ready to jump in that jet. So first of all, as I just stated, we're not about stock jockeying here. We're not about buying and selling securities. We do buy and sell securities for certain individuals, but we're not here to do that for everybody. So one thing I'll say is find yourself a good broker-dealer. Find yourself a good broker-dealer. We're not going to talk to you about any broker-dealers out there because we can't necessarily recommend any broker-dealers to you. What we're going to tell you is find yourself a low-cost provider. Now, low cost doesn't mean free, because what do you know about free? Free means that you're going to get that level of service. Those 1 or 2 hour hold times, wondering why your account just has been suspended, wondering what this margin represents, wondering whether all the things that are happening during your process as a client, quote unquote client, why is it so difficult for you to get things done? Whether it is, oh my God, this one security has been frozen at this one quote unquote broker dealer or trading platform. Those are the things you have to understand. So do your due diligence first and find a good trading platform and or broker dealer in which to trade. It doesn't mean zero cost. It could mean zero cost for some people, but it doesn't necessarily mean zero cost. Figure out exactly what value they're giving you in regards to you putting your money on that platform so you can be able to buy and sell securities at your leisure. 2, it goes back to part 1, the ease of doing business. Not only is it about cost, it's about the ease of doing business. How easy it is for you to open up an account. Is it one of those things where it's all digital? It opens up your account in 5 minutes and you can fund it 5 minutes later and your money's there. You can begin trading in 10 minutes. Is it that easy? Do they have a nice app on their phone where I can go and do trades that way? Those are the things you need to be looking at, whether it be accessibility, via the ability to fund your account, to open an account, to trade on a platform on your phone, the ability to actually get to people that when you have questions, the accessibility that way. And then, of course, cost, like I mentioned back to part one. What is the cost that I'm paying? What's the value that I'm getting for what I'm paying? It may be a zero cost platform that they get paid through. You go back to one of my previous podcasts, payment for order flow. So there may be some things around that. So understanding what your broker dealer is doing, how they're getting paid, and the value that they're representing is very, very important. So 1, cost. 2, accessibility. 3, understanding your accounts. Before you jump into this demon, I'm not saying it's a demon, but jump into the deep end of this pool, you got to understand margin. You got to understand the difference between a margin account, a cash account. You got to understand exactly what the numbers are telling you, why you have debits and credits and all this stuff on your account on a daily basis. What happens when you get a margin call? What happens when the market goes against you 20%? What happens when your stock goes against you 15, 20%? Why is your stock moving in one way or the other? Understanding those intricacies is very, very important. And that right there, my friend, is the reason why you need a financial professional. You can call us, contact us. We can definitely help you understanding your accounts, understanding what things are certain things are saying. Of course, we get our fees on top of that because we do charge fees for our planning processes, planning and things like that. But we do educate you in regards to helping you understand exactly what's going on with your accounts. Because the last thing you want to do is buy a certain security. Next thing you know, you have a margin call on that security and you don't understand why. And the next thing you know, they sell your assets out of your account and you don't know why you no longer own the stock. So it's definitely one of those things you need to understand. So back to 1, cost. 2, value, accessibility. 3, understanding the types of accounts that you have, whether they be margin, whether they be cash accounts, understanding what you're getting yourself into. 4, I think it's very, very important. Outside of just the value and the cost is knowing what you're going to buy. Have a list of securities that you're going to buy. Don't just say, I'm just going to open up this account and I'm going to let it just come to me. No, typically when you open up an account, you have an idea. Oh, I always shop at this place, so I'm going to go ahead and buy stock in it. I always stop at this place to go get a quote unquote something to drink. So I'm going to buy this particular company because I always see the parking lot full. You need to have a shopping list of what it is that you're wanting to buy or invest in so you can know exactly where your mind is in regards to where you want to put your money. So 4 is all about knowing what you're going to buy. Now, I go a little bit deeper. I want to go into the corporate structure. I want to go into the board of to the board of trustees and the boards and the CEO, the C-suites. I want to know exactly what's going on in the conference calls. I want to know exactly what's going on in the earnings calls in regards to, hey, what do earnings look like this quarter from last year? Or what do we look like going forward? I want to know exactly what kind of progress they're making in regards to productivity. I want to know exactly what's going on in corporate culture in regards to, are the employee wellness? Are you treating your employees right? So it's all about how you want to invest in these companies, how much deep due diligence you're wanting to do in these companies before you start making a mark in, hey, I'm just going to buy this because it's the FOMO trade. We all know what FOMO means, fear of missing out. You don't want to get caught in the fear of missing out trade because you will end up with holding the bag, left with the bag. You don't want to be left with the bag in that situation. So recap: 1, cost. Figure out exactly what the cost is in regards to your trading on that platform. Find a good platform that has a good cost structure, that not necessarily free, doesn't have to be free, but ultimately a good cost structure, and you're getting a significant value from that. 2, accessibility. How easy is it to open an account at this said platform? Does it take 3 or 5 minutes? Can I get in contact with somebody? And when I open this account, how easy is it for me to fund this account? 3, we're talking about stocks, cash accounts, margins. In regards to margin, what kind of account do you have? Understanding the difference between a margin account and a cash account. Before you open your account, you need to understand that difference because you don't want to get caught holding the bag. And next thing you know, boom, your account gets sold out. You don't want to do that. 4, understanding what you're going to buy, when you're going to buy, and how you're going to buy, and ultimately setting targets or what kind of investor you're going to be, right? And that goes to my 5th question, Understanding yourself. Understanding what kind of investor are you? Are you a trader? Are you an investor? A trader is a person that sets price targets on that particular security, and no matter what happens, they sell at that price target, or no matter what happens, how low it goes, they sell at that price target. You have to set guidelines if you're a trader. If you're an investor, which is an entirely different ballgame, what you're doing now is you're basically saying, I'm going to buy this stock over time because I believe in the company and I believe in the growth. And no matter what happens, I'm going to continue to buy it unless things change dramatically. Things change materially. So you have to understand what kind of investor you are. Are you an investor or are you a trader? Figure out what that looks like in regards to you. And then therefore you can make a significant decision on how you handle the stock market and how you handle yourself in the future. So I hope this has been a valuable use of your time. It was very, very quick. This is the checklist, guys. The only checklist you're going to need before you start stock trading. And we talked about this today. 1, find a broker dealer from a cost perspective. 2, accessibility and value. Make sure that that's a value add there when you go to that platform. 3, in regards to knowing the difference between a cash account and a margin account. You don't want to get caught out there in a margin account and having to get your stuff, getting your stock sold. 4, knowing what you're going to invest in, doing some due diligence, figuring out exactly what you're going to do in regards to where you're going to put that money when you go invest and open those accounts. And 5, figuring out what it is you're going to do in regards to what kind of investor or trader you are. Are you a trader? Are you an investor? What kind of person are you in regards to your philosophy in the stock market? Are you here to make a quick buck? Are you here to make some serious wealth? It's always important to figure those things out. Thank you guys for joining us again. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys for grabbing my book. Thank you guys for listening to the 9 Innings podcast. Go to my website, www.9inningscapitalgroup.com. If you have any questions, you can you can email us at 9innings@9icapgroup.com. Send your questions, comments, concerns. We can definitely help you out. If you want to book an appointment, go to my website as well, and we can definitely get you taken care of. Hey, you guys stay safe. Be safe out there in the stock market. I know it gets a little tricky sometimes. Call us if you have any questions. Stay safe. God bless.